vision for Creates evolved several years ago because there were two surgeons in our department, Carl Snyderman and Uma Duvori, who have had a lot of experience with surgical innovation, and in doing that innovation, they had worked very closely with the engineers who were in our environment. So what we did was we imagined how we could have a collaborative that would allow surgeons, engineers, and then of course representatives from industry to all come together and work on innovation that would enhance the way we could do surgery. Now, as we further imagined that activity, we realized that this would of course be a research laboratory, but it would also be an educational laboratory, because once you've developed a new approach, a new surgical procedure, a new instrument, then you need to teach the current generation of physicians how to use those things. So this collaborative expanded because we recruited interest from multiple disciplines in the surgical field. So it's not just ENT, it's not just neurosurgery. I mean, it's orthopedic surgery and surgical oncology and general surgery and oral surgery. It's ophthalmology. It's the whole field. And then we recruited engineers not just from the University of Pittsburgh, but from Carnegie Mellon University. And then, of course, we recruited the endorsement of the University of Pittsburgh. The chancellor was one of the first people who said, yes, this is a good idea. Creates is a unique resource because it's a laboratory area that's right here on the campus of the main UPMC hospital. This provides immediate, convenient access for the various surgeons for sure, and of course the students, the people who want to learn, so they can come over. Because most of our teachers, our surgeons, are multitasking all the time. And so it's essential that it be proximal. Number two is that it's been outfitted with the kind of equipment that you need to proceed with the innovation and innovation we're looking for. And of course, over time, we've recruited several partners from industry, and their equipment is here. So it's an intersection of all these activities that make it unique and make it special, and of course it allows it to actually prosper. When we began to develop Creates, the real issue was sustainability. We were lucky enough to get a fairly large grant that helped us kick it off and get it going. But moving forward, we obviously need to find a way to sort of pay the overhead on a year-to-year basis. And we have been actually very fortunate in finding many partners, not only philanthropic partners, but partners in industry, who have provided grants and other sources of funding that have kept us going. The reality is that long term, we're hoping that innovation leads to the development of intellectual property. We're optimistic that these intellectual properties will have value. And so commercialization of new things, I think, will eventually be what sustains us in the long run.